Friends, now we'll see what are lookups. Now what is lookup? As the name says, we are looking for some information. As just like we have the roll number or the exam seat number with us and we are looking for our result. So that exam roll number we are, or the seat number that we are looking for its results, right? Or we have the names and we are looking for its result or the information, right? So what are lookups, and what are the what is this HLOOKUP and VLOOKUP? So again, it's very easy. The HLOOKUP, as the name suggests, it is horizontal lookup, right? So that works for the horizontal table only. VLOOKUP, that works for the vertical tables only. And what is lookup then? Lookup works for horizontal as well as vertical both, right? But then the horizontal lookup and the vertical lookup has more arguments, whereas the lookups have the lookup has fewer arguments. So I hope it is clear now. Now there are some rules to the lookup. Now lookup value must belong to the first column of the table array. So whatever we are looking for, suppose in this case we are looking for purchases, now it should be first column of the table array. Suppose I have multiple columns in a table, so whatever we are looking for should be the first column of the table array. Now what is table array? Once we type the function, we'll come to know. Now it can go from left to right, so we can calculate only from left to right, and lookup value should be unique in the column, right? Now it has to be unique. Suppose I have two same roll numbers as like 1 1 1 1 2. Now two students have same roll numbers. Now one is fail, one is pass, so whose result will it fetch, right? So lookup value should be unique. So it should be always something which is unique, just like the roll numbers. Now it cannot be same, whereas the name can be same. Now here we'll see, suppose this is the small table given to me. Suppose the information goes like this, as it is very much apparent that 500 purchase will get me discount of 10%. 1000 purchase will get me discount of 12%. 2000 purchase will get me discount of 17%. Now I want to type the purchase amount here and I want to know how much discount I'm getting. So that is possible with the help of lookup. Now what I'll type the function as lookup. I'll open the bracket. We're asking for a lookup value. Now what we are looking for, as I said, whatever we are looking for, that's a lookup value. So in this case 1000 is a lookup value because we are looking for that 1000 rupees purchase, how much discount will it fetch. Lookup and the lookup vector. So this is the table array, I can call it. Now this lookup value must belong to the first column of the table array, as I have selected the table from here, and I'll close the bracket and I'll press enter. If you can see, I've got the answer. So 10,000 is 12%. Now if I type 5,000, I'll get 18%. If I type 25,000, I'll get 25%. So this is how it works. Now we'll also see some of the good examples in that. Now look here, these are the card numbers given to these particular people with the first name, last name and the mobile numbers. Now I want to type the card number. Now the card number is already a drop down list, I suppose. No, it's not that. Alright, so I can create a drop down list here. Now suppose I want to know what is the first name of this card number holder, last name and the mobile number with lookup. Now there are various ways we can find it. Now let me type lookup is equals to lookup value. I'll lock this lookup value with F4. I'll select the entire table, not entire table, I'll select the table like this and I'll lock only A1. So I've logged only A1 and not B9 and I'll press enter. So I'm getting this 55 belongs to Albert and I'll drag this. See, if I drag this, I'm getting the correct answer just because of the locking method that we have already learned, right? Now there is one method which is this. Another method of lookup is lookup. This is the lookup value which I lock. Now if you can see, this is I can select as lookup vector and I can lock this entire lookup vector, and this I can again select as the result vector and I will not lock the result vector, right? And I'll drag it. So likewise also I'm getting the answer. So what I have done, I have used lookup vector comma the result vector. So comma this bracket, it's optional, so you can use it if you want. So this way also you can use it, or you can simply use it the lookup vector, which is the table array. You can lock the first column and not the another one, and these are the couple of ways how you can find the information like that. I hope it is very much clear and you all have understood. Please try it yourself. We have learned that lookup works on the vertical as well as horizontal, both the tables. right? So we have seen how does it work on the vertical table, which was the same was the table. Now we'll see how does it work in the horizontal table as well. Now I will convert the same vertical table into horizontal, and how would we do that? We would do that with transpose. So I'll copy this and I'll paste it here. So I'll go to paste spatial, and if you can see transpose this side, yeah, I'll just click. So this table has become from vertical to horizontal. Now the same information I need, so I'll just copy paste this, and here I'll type the lookup for this horizontal table. So it is equals to lookup. This is my lookup value, and this is my table array. So I have to select the entire table here like this, and see it's working, right? So please try this. Thank you. Now we'll learn how to calculate HLOOKUP. And as the name suggests, H stands for horizontal table. So if we have given information in a horizontal format, we will use HLOOKUP to extract information. In the given example, we have a horizontal table with the raw headings as product code, quantity, and price. There are some electronic products given here with the respective codes, quantity, and the price. Now I want to type, if I type the product here, I should get its price here. Now suppose if I type product as laptop, I should get its price here. Now how would I found that? How can I find that? So I'll press HLOOKUP, which is my function. The lookup value will be the product itself. The table array, so I'll select the entire table array, comma. Now raw index number. Now it has 4 rows. This is first row, the second row, the third row, and the fourth row. Now what do we need? We need the price, which is on the fourth row. So I'll type 4 and comma bracket for exact match, 0 for exact match. So if I type 1, that is approximate match, and 0 for exact match. So I want the exact answer, exact information. So I'll close the bracket, I'll press enter. So here I'm getting the price of the laptop. Suppose if I want to get the price of the tablet. So if I type tablet, so it will show me the price of the tablet. Suppose the price of the tablet has changed and increased by 500. So this will also update. So this is so easy. You can simply type HLOOKUP, the lookup value, the table array, the raw index number, and 0 for the exact match. I hope it is very much clear. Please try yourself. Now we'll see what is VLOOKUP. As the name suggests, V stands for vertical. So whenever we have vertical data, vertical table given to us, and if we want to extract, if we want to find some information from that, we will use VLOOKUP. Now the first name, suppose I want to know the bill, right? So the first name is Bill, the Bill's mobile number. Now how would I find that? So is equals to VLOOKUP. I'll type the function here. The first is the lookup value, which we know, which is something which we're finding, which is the name C4. The table array, so I'll select the entire table here. That is my entire table array. Now it's asking me for a column index number. In the HLOOKUP, it asks for the row index number because that's a horizontal table, whereas this is the vertical table, so it is asking for the column index number. Now it goes from left to right, as we have already seen the rule. So we'll see the columns from here: 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth is the mobile number, so I'll write 4. If I write 3, so it will fetch me card number. If I write 2, it will fetch me the last name. So 4 is the column index number, and 0 for exact match. So here is the number for Bill, right? So this is how I got the number for Bill. I'm trying someone else's number. Yes, that is exactly same. Suppose if I try my number, yes, that is exactly same, right? So I hope that this is very much clear how to type VLOOKUP function and how to get your answer. Please try it yourself. Now we'll see the distinction between exact match and approximate match. So as we have already learned that VLOOKUP has at last 0 or 1 that we type in VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, and we'll see the exact difference between that now. Now we have a small table here. This contains the wealth in millions, and these are the initials of the person having the wealth. Now this is my lookup value. I need to really actually see that who holds wealth of 5 million. Now I'll type with both VLOOKUP with 0 and 1, that is 0 for exact match and 1 for approximate match. Let me type it here. This VLOOKUP, this is my lookup value, this is my table array. I need the answer which is in 2 and 0. I'll type 0 here, which is for the exact match. I'm getting A is the answer. let me retype the function. That is my lookup value the same. The table array also remains the same. 2 is also the answer. Instead of 1, now I'll type 1. Instead of 0, I'll type 1. That is for the approximate match. I'm getting the answer as A. Let me try 10, so I'm getting answer as B. Let me try 15, I'm getting answer as C. Now, if you closely look, we have typed 0 here. 0 stands for exact match, and we have typed 1 here, that stands for approximate match. I can also type false and true. False stands for exact match, and true stands for approximate match. But what's the distinction? Now we'll see the distinction. Suppose if I type 6, that who holds 6 million wealth. Now if you look closely, if I type enter, the exact match says not applicable. See, there is nobody in our list which exactly has 6 million wealth, right? Now you cannot say the B must have because B has 10 million. So C must also have because he has 15. D must also have 6 million. So how many answers will I get? So we only get one answer with VLOOKUP. So here is the answer. I hope it is very much clear that exact match actually fetches us the exact data which matches in the table. Otherwise it gives us NA, and this will give us an approximate answer. Please try it yourself. Thank you. Now we will learn what is advanced VLOOKUP. Now what is advanced VLOOKUP? We are using another function into VLOOKUP to get our desired result. Now if you can see, I have some data here with some students, 15 students and their marks in different various subjects. Now I want to know what are the marks the students are getting here. Now if I type 4 VLOOKUP different functions separately here, and if I drag it, so I don't think so there's any problem. But if I want to type only one VLOOKUP function, I want to drag it vertically as well as horizontally, right? I want to type it, I want to drag it vertically as well as horizontally, and I want to get all the answers correctly. So we need to learn how to lock also, and we need to learn how to insert another function into VLOOKUP. Alright, so I'll start typing the function as VLOOKUP. Here, what I'll do, I'll just lock G. Okay, and here I'll select the entire table and I'll lock the entire table. Now instead of typing 2, because if I type only 2 as the accounts answer, if I drag it, so 2 will remain 2. So on auditing also it will fetch me accounts answer only. So what I'll do, instead of typing 2, I'll use column function. In columns, I'll give a reference to accountancy marks. I'll not lock it, and I'll type 0 for exact match. Sorry, that's a double 0. I'll close the bracket, and if you can see, I got the answer. And I have to simply drag it, and all the answers are correct. See, right? Now when we typed column is equals to column, right? So you saw that we have column as well as columns. So what is this? It is again very simple. We'll learn that as well. Is equals to VLOOKUP, lock G, comma, the table array. I'll lock the entire table array. Instead of typing columns, I'll select the columns. In columns, I have to select 2 columns. First one I'll lock, second I'll not lock, and 0 for exact match. And here I get the same answer. Perfect. So I'm sure that you have learned how to use another function into VLOOKUP, how to lock various parts of the VLOOKUP functions in order to get a desired result, and how to save your time by typing 4 times, 6 times, 8 times VLOOKUP. Just type it once and drag it vertically as well as horizontally. Please try it yourself. Thank you so much. Now we'll learn what is multi-dimensional VLOOKUP. Now this is just an advanced version of advanced VLOOKUP, that we have 2 lookup values and how to fetch the information for that. Now if you can see, I have some registration number as the random registration number given, which is starting I think from 51 to 60, and the same is getting repeated. So all these students who holds this registration number, they have appeared for the test 1, they all cleared the test. Probably the same have appeared for the test 2, if you can see the test 2, and they all have got the marks and cleared that, and the same roll numbers have appeared for test 3 as well, and they got the marks here. Now what I want to type test registration number as well as the test number in order to get their marks. What are the marks? Now this is called multi-dimensional VLOOKUP. Here we have two lookup values. So normally two lookup values provide added security, right? Suppose your registration number is known to everybody, right? So anybody can see your result, anybody can see your marks. But if you have also some added security with that, let's say some another roll number or pin number, so the two information will be needed to in order to get your result. So this is how we'll learn how to make this. Now see, this all registration numbers are repeated 3 times, right? So it is not unique. Hence VLOOKUP lookup value needs to be unique, right? It cannot be duplicated. Whereas this are repeated 10 times. So again, what I'll do, I'll create a master. Now how do you create a master? With the help of concatenate. Now I've created a master. I have made this both combine and I'm dragging it. Now this have become unique. See, 1 2 3 4 5 1 test 1, 1 2 3 4 5 1 test 2, 1 2 3 4 5 1 test 3. So test 1, test 2, test 3 all are different. Now how would I get the marks here? So is equals to VLOOKUP. Now I don't have one lookup value, so I can select this or that. I have two lookup values. Now how do I combine two lookup values? So I'll use concatenate in that. Concatenate of this as well as this, and this has become my lookup value. Now what is the table array? Now as you remember the rule that lookup value must belong to the first column of the table array. I cannot select the entire table as the first column is not the lookup value, because the first column is repeated, it's duplicate, so it can never be a lookup value. So we have created master. Now this is our lookup value, so I'll select this master and 0 for exact match. The column index number, the 2 is the answer and 0 for exact match. And C 65. So 55 roll number test 2. So 55 test 2 is 65. Suppose if I type let's say 51. So 51 test 2 is 61. Suppose if I want to type test 1. So 51 test 1 is first one. Now suppose in case I need the drop down list here, so how can I create? So I'll go here. I need the list and the source will be first 10 numbers. So here I have the drop down list and I want to create a I want to create a drop down list for this as well. So I'll manually write, because I don't have the list to be selected. So I'll manually write test 1, test 2 and test 3, and here is the drop down list, and it will work exactly same, right? Please try this yourself.